Welcome back to another story time. Where last we left off, it was Christmas, and I had written a bad pasta for you all. But it's a new year, and it's time for a new story that I didn't write because I don't want to write these. Let's leave it up to the professionals. And with that said, today we're diving into Red Dead, a Red Dead Redemption creepypasta thing. My name is Mark Gray. I live in Ireland, and I enjoy playing video games. I always looked for scary or shooting games, and something I saw named Red Dead Redemption Undead Nightmare fulfilled all my targets, all two of them. I thought it was a dumb name. Have you ever seen Square Enix games? Obviously not, but it turned out to be a decent game after all. I played the original, and it was the best game I ever played, so I decided to purchase the sequel. Red Dead 2? Or, I'm not sure if he's talking about DLC or another game. We'll find out. I went into town, and to my shock, a lot of the games were way too expensive. So I lost my patience, and in parentheses, I'm obviously from this, not a guy who likes high prices. What a bold stance to take right there. And headed home after telling my friend, in parentheses, whose name is John Connor, way to throw them under the bus, about my troubles. And he said that the game I was trying to purchase was apparently his brother's favorite game. What a coincidence! He said he would give it to me pretty cheap, as his brother passed away years ago. And to remember him, I want to give away his favorite game ever to you, main character, because that's how important you are. But anyways, they no longer wanted the game, as it apparently brought back bad memories. And also, the other son, who is still alive, who is just really inconsiderate, also brings back bad memories, oddly enough, but they can't get rid of him yet. But I was delighted, and couldn't wait to play it. I thanked my friend, and went home smiling. Inside, I couldn't wait for the new adventure. I put the game into my Xbox 360. I don't think that's Red Dead 2. I think. I don't remember. Switched the TV on, and the weirdest thing happened the minute the game started loading. The screen flashed for a split second, looked like a face, and the game switched off. I don't know, that sounds pretty normal to me. That's weird, I thought to myself. I wasn't scared by this, though. Anyway, I switched the game back on and began playing, not seeing any other problems. I mean, I should be alerted towards that face thing, but whatever, it didn't happen twice. What are the odds anything else bad will happen? This game's fine. I love this game, though. Shooting zombies was great. Only killing them with headshots, however, was difficult, and it was rewarding. Also, I guess, at least, until there were more strange things happening. More strange things happening? What? While fighting the zombies in the graveyard, I aimed my gun at a grave. That's terrible aim. Should be going after the zombies. Which apparently had the name Jim Connor on it. Why are you saying apparently? I can read. Apparently. I thought to myself, was Jim the name of my friend's brother? I am really inconsiderate. Oh my god. The screen flashed, a face came on it, and shut off again. What are the odds that would happen twice? I was getting really creeped out, but because it was a horror game, no it's not. Putting zombies in your game does not equate horror game. Just throwing that out there. I suspected, though, that the game was trying to mess with your head. Kind of like Psycho Mantis and Metal Gear Solid. You're thinking about this too much. Where he would break the fourth wall. I like that you're explaining it to me, though. He would try to move your controller through vibrating it intensely. And he would read what games you like to play from your memory card. I switched it back on. Red Dead or Metal Gear? You're not specifying. And also, it's not exactly the same thing, because I think you can only read games that Konami made. So, you know. And even then, I think it was only like 4-ish, maybe. But when I looked at the grave through my sniper scope, I froze with fear and got goosebumps. The grave said my name, Mark Gray. The grave next to it, with Jim Connor's name on it, was dug up. The game flashed, switched off, and the face looked like it was laughing. That's the third time this happened. A normal person would stop playing. I don't think that'll happen, though. I was freaked out, but thought the game probably tracked my Xbox profile. What would that have to do with a face showing up? This game tracks your profile so it can scare you with a face. A common theme, though, in games with fourth wall breaking is that they'll dig through your info on your system for your name. China's also a fan of that, I've heard. It probably saw my name, though, and I was impressed. The thought of, this is a very intelligent game. This game got such good grades in school, I can't believe it. But this intelligent game being put in my head, but it was getting late, and even though I was tired, I was intrigued. So I switched the game back on. And to my surprise, all the zombies were dead. That's kind of how that works. Or, they're dead. And then you take them out again. But yeah, they're dead. I know. Ironic as fuck. I don't know. No. But apparently all of them were already shot in the head. All of my missions were zombie-less. I thought maybe the game is old. It's just some glitch. And decided to head to town. All the people in town kept on running away. They heard main character was coming by. Scattered. Oh, God. When they saw me. Okay. I didn't think that was going to be confirmed. And suddenly, one citizen ran up to me and said, "Run, Mark. Jim is after you." Oh, God, not Jim. He hides in the shadows and wants to get out. Chills ran down my spine. Not Jim. My character was called John Marston. Finally, some backstory on the actual game Red Dead Redemption. I was confused. Why were they calling me by my real name, though? The game froze, flashed, and switched off. The game didn't want me to know this. This whole thing's a conspiracy. At the time, I switched the light on in my room and slept with the light on the whole night in your room. This game got way too creepy. I mean, it switched and then the light thing and that face, that happened maybe 4 times already. And I'm scared. I went back to my friend's house to ask him, did he experience the same crazy story as me? And what shocked me with fear was he told me of his experience. It related to mine. Again, very convenient. I soon realized all this strange stuff going on was not normal. No shit. This author's a genius! The idea of the game glitching was ruled out. The game knew my name. And I told my friend, your game knows my name. Help me! And of my experiences. He laughed. good person, and asked, was it hyper-realistic? I laughed too, as I could see he was trying to lighten the mood with a terrible joke. But as I walked out of his house, I froze up with fear, seeing a picture on the wall. Most people do freeze up with fear when seeing a picture on the wall. But it was a face of one which flashes sometimes in the game. 4 times, 3 times. I asked my friend, while stuttering with fear, who's that? And he replied, oh, that's my deceased brother, Jim. Remember how I mentioned to you who originally owned the game? That's him. That's exposition about my brother. All the strange incidents suddenly connected in my mind, head area. I swiftly went home, and I went into my room, debating if I should break the game or give it back. Break it! That'll make his family feel great. I decided to break the game. Didn't read ahead. Why? Okay. And stuffed it in a trash can. That trash can will keep the ghosts away. I didn't want anyone else, though, to get hold of this possessed game. Sorry, I was scared and mispronounced the word. But I'm glad no one else will get a hold of this possessed game. Except, when the garbage truck comes and they take out the garbage, and then they get a hold of the possessed game. And then you possess all the garbage, and then that's all haunted now. But whatever. I went to bed that night. It rained, and it was stormy outside. Thinking of all the horrific events I encountered with the game. After all, I saw a face like, 3, 4 times? Life will never be the same for me. My Xbox had turned on by itself. Suddenly, the game started on the TV. There wasn't any escape, apparently. You can unplug the Xbox. That might work. So I just decided that if I just complete the game, everything will reset or something. You could also unplug the Xbox and then probably go back to sleep. And the game wouldn't be any the wiser. Throw the Xbox out the window. There's so many things you can do, you idiot. How silly I was, though. I grabbed my controller and went to the town. Which I almost read as went to town. Blood leaked off the town walls, and my body was hung with rope. In the game, in real life, moving side to side, the wind was blowing, and there was apparently the brave citizen who told me of his return. There was a phrase in blood on the waller, which is much like a wall, except it has the letter R at the very end of it. But it said, Jim's coming home. As I ran up to the wall with blood, it seemed to be leaking out of my screen. That's going to ruin the TV. At this point, I was nearly crying with fear. Then the screen flashed with words. Look behind you. And when I did, with the character, afar was what looked like a person. It was Jim Connor. How can you tell if he's so far away? You didn't even know who Jim was. I could recognize him anywhere. Who are you? At this point, though, I seriously thought I was having a nightmare. This couldn't be real. So I just kept on shooting him with a shotgun. If it is real, this is going to be a very awkward situation. As he slowly walked toward my character, my shotgun blast... Wait, if this isn't real, does that mean we're not in the Wild West? Sorry for being distracted. My shotgun blasts weren't doing anything to him. In fact, he laughed more and more with every shot. Suddenly, my controller stopped working, and my character couldn't move, because, stopped working. Jim walked straight up to my character and shouted, "Why?" at the screen. But he walked up to your character. Why is he screaming at the screen? But why me? To which he replied in the most cruel tone possible, "Why not? if you play the Xbox too long, you can die, right? And with certain Xboxes, if you play them for more than 20 minutes, they die, right? It sounded like he was giving me a lecture on his death. Don't be like me. Don't, death, ... But it was really from his gaming console, ? In any case, I just listened. Can't turn off the game or unplug it or anything. Better just listen to the ghost talk. I learned that as I played for hours, days, weeks, period, in the real world, I was a nobody. So I wrote a story to prove you wrong. On the Xbox, I was a hero. That's debatable. My obsession killed me, but my spirit lives on in this game. And Rockstar refuses to patch me out because we don't make as much money as Grand Theft Auto. I've grown tired of this world, though, and now you have saved me from an eternity of hell in this game. Thank you and goodbye. How did he save you? He shot you how many times? You saved me by breaking a disc in half and having me haunt you. Thanks! And then he stabbed my character afterwards. Okay. You saved me. Stab. Suddenly, blood was coming out of my abdomen, like I, myself, had been stabbed by him. The screen flashed, and after losing an amount of blood, I fainted. Did you take to the Pokemon Center? Does not say, but that's all I could remember, and I've moved on from the incident by now. How? My game stabbed me, or a ghost stabbed me, I should say, if we want to be specific. But I move on from that now. That's just whatever. That's life, and that's also the end of the creepypasta. That was quality stuff. And I think we all learned something here today, and it's that Undead Nightmare is not a sequel to Red Dead Redemption so much as it's non-canon. And also the story wasn't great either. But it was still much better than reading something I wrote. Until next time, this has been Bullshit Creepypasta Storytime. Thank you for watching. Welcome back, one and all, friends and family, to your favorite part of the video, and Slate, where, it's your favorite part of the video if you really like thanking and my bad attempts at attempting to shill myself. I hope you enjoyed the new Bullshit Creepypasta Storytime on Red Dead, not Demption. Needed another word in there. Even Red Dead had Revolver. But, I hope you enjoyed the story. I thought it was more fun than reading something I wrote, which was what happened last time we did one of these. As always, I have stuff and links and stuff, you can subscribe if you want to like the video, or I have a Twitch where I stream, and a Patreon, and a Twitter, allegedly, but that's not why we're here. We're here. Oh god, I opened up another tab, damn it. We're here because I want to thank people, because that's a running theme. And so with that in mind, technical difficulties, I want to thank Deshaun Lewis and Storm, Fish, Maji, Chandler Parrish, Rage Magic Carp, Rabbit. I have a little bit of a cold also, so I'm sorry about that. Thank you, Ladybird, and Skinny720, Bradley Harder, Klodek, Fernando Silva, Glad Goku, Hey, it's Brad, Lauren, Lily Starflame, Michael Holder II, Nolan Billings, Technical Issue, there we go, Cedars PhD, the Epimen, or the Pie Man, depending on how you want to look at things. Half full, half empty, I don't know. Thank you, Uke, Pickle, Airbag, wait, did it go up? I'm gonna lose my place. Okay, anal bag. There we go. Not an airbag. that would have been stupid on my part. Thank you, an evil ghost. I'm too tired to be scared properly, but still very frightened. Thank you, Angel Bane and Anthony Saucedo and Astro Antonio and Orange and Butter Pecan, Captain Loser, Creepy Chin Clive. It's a very creepy chin. The Blue Fool, Dark Shadowheart, Derek Chapman. Technical issues again? God damn it. We're gonna get through this though. I don't care how long Slate takes. Thank you, Effrey684. And Dylan Swenson, if I didn't say your name already, because I had the memory about goldfish. Thank you, Joe Mortfolio, and John Mayer, and John Paul Hoare, and Kate Taro, Lenny Barks, Link the 8th, Ludwig, Miss K and the Cool Kids, Mythical Munchkin. Thank you, Technical Issue again. Oh, you're always there for me. Thank you, Nikki Lehman, and Orfano, the Adoptable, Painful Choice, Purrin, Quack. Work with me. Thank you, Rad R. And then, oh, it's not going to do this? I thought it, oh wait, it did? Ah, damn it. Minor setback, 1 second. Pretend I'm still thinking, as normal. Everything's, we're good. Thank you, Scarlet Robin, and thank you, Scott Labar, and thank you, Sean Carter, and thank you, Sir Doodles a lot, and thank you, Slickster Max Tastica, and thank you, Skippy from that podcast. Thank you, SMK, and Snooper, and Softshell, the class-changing taco, the Prince of Ravens, the wheels on the bus go die. The Game Merchant, the Club Rocker, Tim Klomp, Trevor Marquez, Zachary Alexander, and thank you everyone who supports me on Patreon. It's greatly appreciated. More so than I could ever properly express because of my limited emotions. But thank you all. And thank you for watching the video. I hope someone enjoyed this. Let's see how long the end slate is. Almost 5 minutes. That's not great. It's perfect. Thank God. Well, I'll see you next time, everyone. Thanks for watching the video. Thank you for everything. Until next time, I'll see you next time on Next Time and Slate.